What is up? This is your boy Anecdotal, fresh out of that Stain video where I summoned him. If you want to go ahead and check out how horrible that experience was for me, go ahead and watch my summoning video of Stain. But now that I do have him, all tears have been dried. And now, with my alligator skin, I'm gonna go ahead and do hero rating so that I can get the stars to up the BP of every single character I have in my roster. So let's do this, guys. Of course, this is always your friendly reminder to do hero rating, man. Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been a month? Are your gears now radiant? Did you finally get legendary gears for level 50 or 60? Well, guess what, man? Do some hero rating. You will see astonishing gains in your account. It really matters. And if not, go ahead and do co-op so you can go ahead and go back to hero rating and get some good gains over there. Yeah, man. A lot of people are always wondering, hey, man, how's your BP so high, dude? Are you really free to play? Yeah, man. And I can prove it. So you could actually go to your titles, and in titles, it'll actually show, like, apparently if you spent a certain amount of money, you'll have titles, and the titles are pretty insane, actually. They, like, increase your attack percentage by 1 or defense percentage by 1, or both of them. I don't remember. But I was looking at titles, and I saw, like, this one thing. I forgot if it's a limited or what it was, like, called, but it's really, like, you know, wallet jutsu titles. I don't know how much you gotta spend, but that's what you gotta do. You go over there, you go ahead, you get a new title, and your BP actually can go up pretty high. I mean, I don't know how much you gotta spend for all of that. You're gonna have to go ahead and talk to somebody who actually does spend and talk about whether it's worth to spend a certain amount. I saw the titles say that it's permanent, so I don't know, man. I never thought about spending before, but knowing that there's actually a permanent gain in the game makes me actually think about it. So I'm probably gonna wait a few weeks, maybe, or a few months until maybe the channel gets a little bit more popping for MHA, and you guys can go ahead and tell me if you want me to remain free to play or not, and test out what those titles are. Of course, if those titles are insane and require me to spend like $100, yeah, it's not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. But look at this. Of course, when you play Night Ops, you of course can just get characters or chips for characters that you don't have. So I had a whole lot of Stain chips for no reason. I also have a whole lot of Hawk chips for no reason and Shiggy chips for no reason. Yeah. Here's my general rule of thumb. Use them as fodder unless they're legendary. Or they're a step below legendary, whatever, 5 stars or whatever it is, if the stats are good. The only problem is you do have to look at your chips individually every once in a while and then choose to lock them. You might not want to do that, but of course you don't want to throw out a useful chip that you might end up having to farm forever later on. So definitely something you want to look at. Of course, all of you already know what the important stats are. The most important stat or most prominent one is featuring whatever one of the 3 tags are that your character is. Stain, I've been saving up for his talents, of course. He's speed. Those would be the green ones. In the chips, if I had a speed one that also speed leveled up. There's so much annoyingness. The RNG of chips is insane. But I'm looking at his talent tree. I'm not really sure where to go. I'm looking at like the ones in between. I'm thinking upper right or upper left. For sure, like the bottom part of right is the way to go. But here, like 30%, you know, that's a lot. So why wouldn't I want to increase my stuff by 30%? And then here as well. I'm thinking of going left. Hopefully this isn't a mistake, man. So here's the thing. At first, since I never do this, I never cared if I went on a wrong tree. But I'm pretty sure going left matters, right? Getting your cooldown matters, and then attacking more. Yeah, look at this, man. I have 8,000. Over 8,000. I can get so much of this green talent factor. Now the rest of this is going to go into my Froggy or Froppy because I use her for super co-op. Boom. All right, what is that skill? I didn't even look at it. All right, just based on the numbers, I thought this made sense. Not bad. That I don't even know what skill that is. But there you go, man. Looks good to me. You tell me if that hey, Azoli. All right, big hype. Huge shout out. That's one of my alliance mates out there, man. Super active in the alliance, always doing his thing. Huge shout out to you. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and do some hero rating because I just got Stain. After that, we can go ahead and do some other stuff. All right, so automatically you get 3 stars just for having the character and unlocking them. And then boom, let's go ahead and get our title. Ooh, okay, so that's the W. That's the W skill. That's skill number 1. And it looks like you just kind of have a demon that just kind of pops out of you Ghostbuster style. Woo, look at this. This Ninja Turtle with a sword. Oh man, looking like Leonardo. Yeah. Alright, so honestly, really cool. Can't lie, man. He looks really cool. And let's just see how far the W can take me. Boom. He's a demon. He's a demon. Oh, okay. What's going on here? He's freaking out. Okay, so both him and the summon came out. Of course, you got to go ahead and make sure always to have All Might if you can. Since I have All Might at double S and everything he has is maxed out, I might as well use him, man. He gives me the most attack. Now, I don't know if that's going to be true later on when I start SS plussing some of the other characters that are farmable, if they will be better to have as summons, because the actual like cards and chips that you put into your characters, I don't believe affects your actual character at all. Woo! Is that skill? Is that the skill that always annoys me? Oh, it's a stance. There's a stance? Alright, so some of you might be like, yeah, dude, of course he has a stance. I never had Stain, man. I didn't have him the first time around. Check out the summon video to see. Never got him. Actually, the first time Stain came around, I chose not to summon him because he was a villain. So since he was the first villain, I thought we would get some hero-only content where we would play the game and it would only require you to use heroes, like some sort of content like that. But I thought, what if a villain sort of content comes out where you can only use villains? It makes sense because that's the way everything is divided. The other way things are divided are by the 3 types of heroes you could have: speed, technical, and power. So maybe there'll be like a game mode where you could only use technical, only use speed, or only use power. So I started thinking about only summoning for characters where I'm lacking a banner character for that specific type or I guess attribute. But now, so the way I looked at it is I already have Deku. Deku's someone I'm working on. He's super high and he's also a speed character. And before that, I got Aizawa. And Aizawa's also speed. So looking at it, I was like, well, I have a pretty good batch of speed characters, so why should I get Stain? You know, other than he has a villain tag. But there's no use for the villain tag in the game. There's no thing where it's like, villains will do more damage for this specific thing, or heroes will do more damage for this specific thing. So I kind of just threw that all out the window, and right now I'm summoning just to have every character in the game, so I can go ahead and increase my stars and hero rating and have an overall higher BP. So that's what my goal in the game right now is, just to have every character, to have the maximum amount of stars I can in hero rating, and have the highest BP characters in my roster. That's it. And kind of so that I can use everyone in co-op, but really there's just not enough time to play co-op with every character in the game. So the thing I'm actually going for now is to have 12 characters that I can take to 60k BP so that I can play hard mode all 12 times during the week. That's my goal. And I can kind of do that as long as I continuously take all of my cards out of my All Might, which is my best character, and put them into my free-to-play players. So since I can get my free-to-play players to Triple S and sooner or later to SS Plus, their BP is much higher than some characters that are way better that are stuck at like 55k. So like my Aizawa could still hit 60k, my Endeavor could of course hit 60k, and my Uraraka could of course hit 60k, and so can my Froppy. They could all hit 60k. I don't need to switch cards in them, but it's just kind of like polite. Even if you're running interference, I would say you should probably switch cards. At the very least, at least put the active cards in. I know it could be kind of annoying to put all your cards in there, but so here's the thing about switching cards that I don't really love, is that you need to do it one by one. You can't just switch all of them, and if for some reason one of the cards you have is just a lower version of the same card, it becomes really difficult to track. So you have to remove that card and then put everything in there. And then put everything back, go into that one character that you removed the card in, and then put that back in there. Oh, is this that one move with Stain where he goes up? Oh, man. Oh, is this this is the continuous one. Dude, I hate this attack, dude. I hate it with a passion. This kills me in everything, bro. Alliance War was super annoying. Anytime I saw a Stain, man, I was so happy where when new characters came out, because they decided not to use Stain as much. But anytime someone has Stain, there's no answer, man. There's no answer. Stain is the answer, bro. It's the Allen Iverson of My Hero Academia, the strongest hero. The answer, Stain. You can't mess with that continuous attack. And there you go, the Purger. Stain, 30 stars. Holler at your boy. Let's get that 10 or that 100 HP title. And then, of course, we're going to go over here. Boop. Get that little thing right there. I wonder, so look at that, man. I wonder what happens if you get all of them. If you get all the little avatars. But let's go back, man. Stain had no issue at all. Let's go ahead and see if we can go past 30. Boom. All right, and remember, man, my level is actually really low. But I do have his talents full. Ooh, boom. Okay, so luckily, so what I'm noticing is that when you do the E and you kind of like go up in the air like that. Ooh, dude, this continuous attack is everything, man. Wait, am I done or not done? What's happening right now? Am I not hitting one of them? All right, let's see what the ult looks like. What? Huh? What? Okay. The ult is some bleach type ultimate where he does sword slashes. I've never seen his ult. You know what? Actually, I'm lying. I saw his ult on PvP when I was doing like my 20 runs. Somebody ulted with him and then he did that from a distance. And I got wrecked because I couldn't get close to him. And for some reason, the AI, every time you like choose to move forward, you move right into the ult. So like there was nothing I could do. You know what? He's actually not bad for PvP if you really think about it. Because with his ult, you kind of can't miss, can you? Everyone else would. I don't know, because I noticed that ults work differently in PvP. You kind of actually have to like... It's almost like a grapple type of situation when you ult. And then it hits. But I'm sure that there are some special cases. Because I fought Hawk. Ah, Hawk in PvP is so annoying. His ult is just he flies up in the air, cannot be hit, and then just takes your HP away and wins. Hawk is so annoying in PvP. Hawk and Stain, man, if I see those two people, I'm just gonna give up, man. I mean, I'll try, but the second I get caught in that combo, you can't do anything anyways. So let's go ahead and see. His W is like a cool little like slashy slash teleport thing. The only thing is I can't get used to it. It's kind of like Deku's W. I mean, no, like Deku's like swift kick, his E, where he like goes back and forth and attacks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if these are the best cards. Ooh, now the thing, yeah, okay, the damage is still really high. The thing is I'm only seeing like a small amount every single time. So right now, am I even doing damage? So I'm gonna, like, I'm purposely stopping it. Because I'm not sure if he just keeps attacking even after the health bar is at 0. Like, it should just switch to another person's health bar. Like, look, am I hitting the person in the back? I think I am. Oh, I ran out of time. I have like a few seconds left. Alright, so all I gotta do... Huh? Yeah, man, I can't tell. And it looks like that one W move did more damage, but only for that 1 second. So, like, you really gotta try to work everything in there. I really gotta find a skill rotation. As OP as Stain is, I don't think I know how to use him. Maybe he'll be better at auto. Somebody comment down below. So I got 33 stars. I definitely see that I can get maybe 34, 35 with his skills once I learn how to use him, especially with that one stance. I'm not sure what to prioritize. I'm thinking W. I'm thinking the second skill, then the little like power up face skill, and then doing the continuous slash skill. And I don't even know if I want to work in the ultimate. I'm gonna have to see if it's also a buff skill. But you guys go ahead and comment down below what you think about Stain and what you think the best rotation is, because I don't know. This has been your boy Anecdotal, doing hero rating and reminding you to do it too. And if you like this video, make sure to like it, share with anybody from the MHJ community. Of course, don't forget to make yourself known. Comment down below. And look at that, man. 39.60% star progress. Comment yours down below. Let's see who has a higher one. See ya.